Yes, well, welcome everybody. This is the 1987 Grand Final B grade in the Great Flinders Football League. The Kapinnie players just running out on the field. Looks like it's going to be a very hot, windy day for it. Got anyone now, have you? Yes, here comes the Tumby Bay Roy's coming out now, looking very keen. Got a big banner right up. There's been a lot of work put into that banner by the look of it. Looks very nice. Coming out through the gate now. Making a burst in through the banner. They're very eager. Looking very fit, the Tumby boys. They'll be pretty keen after having won the second semi very convincingly. Kapinnie will be out to try and reverse that decision. Where'd you go? You ready, eh? Yes, well here we are everyone. It's Robin Speed and Barry Stewart going to be commentating this 1987 B grade grand final. Tumby Bay going into its favourites, obviously. Andrew Higgins looks like he's going to be taking the first ruck for Tumby. And Lyle Marnie for Kapinnie. The umpires are all just heading out now, getting ready to get in the corners. Looks like it's going to be a pretty tight sort of a day. What do you reckon, Barry?
Yeah, I think the wind will have a dominating effect each quarter, but that team that can score into the wind certainly will do better.
Yes, and Kapinnie's got the advantage of the breeze for the first quarter. Certainly would have been a nice toss to win. And it's Dale Howe. Just gets the kick away from centre, marked by Southern. 15 yards ward against Brenton Hammond there for fringing it. Southern looking downfield. It's a good kick, it's gone over, marked by Kramer. He's played on, made a bit of a hash of that, puddled back over it. He's been lucky enough to pick up the free again from the back. So now Danny's going to put his side into attack. Coming around on the half forward right. It's picked up by Andrew Green, kicks away. David Daniel and a couple of Tumby boys there into it. Handball out there by Tumby. Nobody really getting control. Dale Howe then picks up again. He's got a kick away clear, looking for Roberts. But who's that there?
Clinton Dunn marked well in opposition. Ball kicked high, hard to mark into this wind, but Trevor Franklin's marked. Kicks long. Slinky's marked unopposed. Team that's in front into the wind certainly will have a better chance. Long kick. Ball goes to ground, contested well by Southern. Heavy hip. Scrambly play. Umpire finds a free kick. Kapinnie go forward again. Fred Howe kicks to the half-forward flank. Phil Litton out in front, trying to pick the ball up off the ground. Does so well. Goes wide. Ray Howe pushes it out of bounds. Strong northerly blowing, 4 or 5 goals to the southern pocket. Players will be very hot after a couple of minutes of play. Speed is a quick one at this stage. Scott Richter ran the ball out of defence. Picked up by Tommy Millard. Having a look for goals. Kicks long. Kapinnie has their first goal on the board. A good one from Tom Millard. Long with the breeze. It's the way to go in the first quarter.
Yes, that goal will be very helpful. They're going to have to get quite a few of those because with this wind, as you said, it's quite a few goal wind. And I think it'll be a very good toss to win for Kapinnie. They'll be pleased, thanking themselves for that. Waiting on the ball, coming back towards the centre now. It's a bit early yet to sort of pick up who's going to have much influence on the game. Higgins and Marnie and Ruck. It's favouring Higgins with Brett Howe gets a tap. Victor picks it up for Tumbe, kicks it forward, scrambled up again, or it's just on the end of the centre square. I think they'll have to be a toss-up for we decide again, it's sort of going to be very hard for both sides into this wind when they're going into it. Because it's attack one by Tumbe, picked up by Hammond for Kapinnie and kicks down to Darryl Roberts trying to contest it. David Dadley now, Butler for Tumbe. Southern takes the kick away, cleared the defence, was good work there by Southern. Clover car comes through. No, it's not.
Ryan Partington handballs to Kerry Franks, who puts the ball long into the forward lines. Very hard ball to mark. Trevor Franklin does well to get to it. Pack scrambles, ball's put forward. Possible free kick there, but none given. Again, the ball kicked high. And a shepherd, illegal shepherd, Kapinnie's free kick. Dennis Pedler to come out of defence for Kapinnie. He should kick long, and does. It's a good mark, attempted by Denny Cromer. These teams have fought at grand final for 4 years in a row now and been nothing but tight, hard football. Be scrambly play for most of it because of the pressure. Very hard for the umpires today to get a straight bounce too. Wind blows the ball around, well thumped forward by Higgins. Thumped back by Kapinnie, a couple of volleyball shots. Ball moving forward. Kapinnie pushing the ball forward gradually with strength. Good soccer off the ground.
Yes, Roberts just got a kick in around there, scrambled it in, but Linton for Tumbe has got a nice clearing kick out to get a toss in out in that southern pocket. It's with the wind blowing it over there. That's where Tumbe will be going for this quarter, I should say, because it's going to scramble it up and stop any scoring what they'll be aiming to do. Throw in now. A lot of players trying for it, picked up by Linton. Seems to be doing a fair bit of damage back there. Now Franklin just had a handball, picked up by David Dadley, got a handball away, it's gone to nobody in particular. A lot of fellas throwing themselves on the ball there, scrambling right up. Tumbe looked like they just had it clear, and the umpire decided he found it free. I don't know just what it was. Did you see that one?
No, I couldn't pick that one out. He was a lot closer than us, obviously.
Obviously was. I didn't see anything, but still he was. And a good mark by Roberts. It was Andrew Green that had the kick down. Now Roberts is within scoring range with this wind. It'll be interesting to see whether he can kick it. It'll be very good for Kapinnie if he can. Going for a drop punt. It didn't look too good off the boot. I think he's just got a minor score. Yes, it's gone through for a point. So who'll be taking the kick out for Tumby? Will it be who?
Oswald will kick
Oswald,
out.
oh yeah. Aussies. And he'll be obviously going for that dead pocket in the southern corner there, over the railway line side. Good long drop punt he's got in there into that wind. And a good attempt at a mark by some Tumby player there. He's been paid, I believe. They've paid the other way. Did you see what that was for in the
Must
back?
have been either over the shoulder or the man in front.
Yes, well, he was in front. Lyle Marnie has got the mark there. And, so he's got another shot for goal now. See if he can right the wrong on it. He's got a beautiful looking kick in there. And he's scored a point, so they're wasting a couple of shots here, Kapinnie. They're going to find it difficult if they keep losing them like this. Neither one have been under pressure. It's just been the kick.
They'll want to score goals early. This breeze is certainly an advantage, but you need to score goals with it.
Yes, that's dead right, Barry. There's Oswald's going deep into that pocket now. He's getting very close. He's found the, is that Cromer or not?
It looked like it by the fall on the ground.
Yes, it's Cromer. He's a very reliable player for Tumby Bay, Danny Cromer, and has been for years. Always a thorn in the Kapinnie side. Like Rayness was trying to claim the mark there. They've picked out another free for in the back. They can have a ticky-tacky early in the game here for this in the back.
They might want to try and keep a control on the game.
Yes, possibly what they're looking for. Lyle Marnie gets a nice kick in towards centre half forward, looking for Gerald Roberts, and he's found him. Roberts is a bit closer this time. I think he'll have a better chance of kicking a goal. It'll be very vital that Kapinnie get one and get it back into the centre so they can start moving, because their use of the breeze in the first quarter is very essential to get in front, I think. Yes, and he's put this one through the middle, so that's certainly given Kapinnie a little bit of forward motion. I should say he'd still be thanking his stars about winning that toss. What do you reckon, Brent, Barry?
Yeah, good win. Certainly a good toss to win. They've used the wind effectively. Tumby have had a couple of penetrating attacks but couldn't quite finish it off. Very hard to get the ball past the forward lines with a ball pushing well across the other side of the ground. Key Story to contest the ruck now. Shane McCroskey. McCroskey going to get there first. Nullified tap. Tumby go forward through Steve Redden. Trevor Franklin has a short kick around the corner to the forward line. Plenty of pressure there. Damien Slink kicked out wide. Steve Girardi with a burst of speed. Couldn't quite handle it. Being pushed over the ball. Scrambly play, the pack forms, and the umpire throws it up. High bounce again, a good bounce. Well attempted by Plavakar, good tackle, and another tackle. Brian Partington gets the handball out to Plavakar, who puts him into attack. Steve Girardi marks well under opposition, goes back. Would not be an easy attempt at goal, this one, the wind pushing the ball straight across the front of goals.
It's a very good kick though, isn't he?
It's a very straight kick. This time he's elected to go forward, and it has been off hands. Franklin has a left foot snap, hits the woodwork. He should have played for Port Adelaide. Kapinnie to kick out through Pedler. He should go wide. Unfortunately, the ball slips off the side of his boot. It's trapped. And another good tackle. He's been paid holding the ball.
Didn't make many attempts.
No, he was forced to ground. Cunningham unlucky there. Had to get Neil down to take the ball. Another short pass, which has this time reached its mark. David Tearley, he'd be the most accurate kick in the team. If he couldn't kick this, there wouldn't be a lot of hope for anybody else. The wind again very strong. Off hands in the forward pocket. Pack forming. Umpire comes in for a bounce.
Yes, Kapinnie very lucky there that Tumby are not getting the gist of that wind at the moment. Rayness there giving a try to tap in. Picked up by a Tumby Bay player who's kicked around, Watson. He's Brett Howe going to ground there. He's been paid a free for in the back. They've played on, but they're not going to be allowed to. They'll have to go back to Brett. I should say he'll be trying to go down the centre, or perhaps this way a little. Long kick down the centre, looking for Brenton Hammond, who's marked there now. Tumby Bay boys are streaming down the ground. It's a long kick in by Hammond. Sort of shows how the wind is today, so it took Tumby about 4 kicks to get it up there and 2 for Kapinnie, and they're back at centre half forward. The advantage of this wind is very great. Southern just takes a good kick away out of defence there. He done very well. Bounces on over, picked up by Hammond. He turns, goes on the left foot. It's gone right over in the dead flank over there. It'll go out of play, I should say.
Very hard to keep the ball on the right side of the oval today, but they must if they want to have a better angle at goals. Very hard to kick it the breeze down that dead pocket.
Yes, watching the Colts here, they were having trouble getting it across this side of the ground. The throw in now. Rucks contest, nobody really gets anything. Tumby Bay now with a good chance through his handballed anyway over to Southern, who's now turned and got a kick. He's had his share of kicks this quarter out of defence. Goes over there with Ness and Cromer contending. Good competition that, with a bit of weight and a bit of speed. Goes out of bounds. Going to be throwing in again. Kapinnie are going to get locked away here if they keep letting it get over this dead pocket. Story tried to take it. Now Hammond's got it. He's turned onto the right foot. Scrubbly looking kick. That's Tumby Bay got a handball in there. Now they've Linton just got another handball across to Dunn. Blocked off the boot by Marnie. That was well done. Handball across to McCrosty. Gets one across to Roberts. No, he's cornered in between 2 Tumby players and they smother it well. Now scrambled up again. Dunn gets a handball away. Southern trying. He's got it across to Linton. Linton comes across to this side of the ground. Tumby Bay have picked it up now. Franks has got it. He's turned. He's done a real good turn there now, and he's free. And he's got a clean kick, and he's kicked it well to Girardi. Girardi hasn't quite marked, but he's got the run of it. Put down very rapidly by Cunningham. Richter just picks it up and takes a kick. He's put it well in towards the goals. It's right in front of their goals, but Pedlar's cleared for Kapinnie. Out on this side here, there's a feast of Tumby players here. Teal just trying to kick it on. Runs into Slink. Now it's out of bounds on the throw-in of the Tumby Bay forward pocket. It's in the right pocket for him there, isn't it?
Yeah, good spot for him there. Good spot to attack. Good tap in by Dion Watts at Pavakar. Pack forms again, umpire to bounce. A lot of pressure in the game early. Speed is, again, a very quick opening. Good high bounce. Nobody tapped really. That's holding the ball in my book, but he says over the shoulder. Dale Howe to kick out on the back flank. Goes long. Nobody home for Tumby, but over the head of the Kapinnie player. Kerry Franks again dodging and weaving. Good handball away, forward, in front of the players. Well picked up and well rushed out of bounds. Key story, and
that's Tiller there coming to contest the ruck that time. Andrew Green is now it's Cromer taking the ball away. Tumby seem to be getting a little bit of the worst of the freeze around here at the moment. Andrew Green picking up one there now. He moves it on downfield. He hasn't really kicked anybody though. Redden's just taken the mark easily unopposed. He hasn't got a lot of leads going on here for him. Decides to just come up with it high in the air. He's got one for his men there. He still gets it away into Richter. Richter, who plays it on down, and he's found Teal, and Teal plays on well. They're starting to look at that running game going now, Tumby. But they've moved across, I feel, the wrong side, but it's marked by Watto. Watson has a go at goal, and I think he's gone close, hasn't he?
Yeah, I think they'll have an after disposal on Dion Watson. They put him down after he got rid of the kick. Bit of a wasted opportunity for Kapinnie because the kick floated across in front of goals.
Yeah, so now Watson is going to have another shot, and he had a pretty good shot that last time. He's a set shot. I think he'll go very close into this wind. He's kicked into the man. It's a bit of a bad mistake. Now it's all scrambled up in the forward pocket. Picked up by, I couldn't catch it on Tumby. Yes, and it's in the goals, and he's put it through, I think. Yes, he's got a goal. That's a very important goal for Tumby, and Kapinnie need not have ever had that happen. They played the ball well down, coming down through the centre, Tumby Bay, when they set it up down there. It was a good kick to man to get there, didn't you think, Barry?
Yeah, David Tealey's dodged through the centre, created the opportunity. Excellent mark by the forward line player Watson, and Tumby again had to rush the kick, but the kick was not all that good, but an after disposal kick, after disposal free, gave them the opportunity to have another shot. Valuable goal into the wind, I think.
Yes, I think Kapinnie will have to work hard to make sure they don't let them get too many more if they're going to have a good chance. Tumby being the favourite. Who's that coming out of defence?
Coming out of defence.
Yes, he's doing well. Tumby seemed to be over the ball again here now. Southern hits the kick away. He's had a few kicks, Southern. He's coming over here towards the commentating position now. Dale Howe going through. He's been playing well for Kapinnie. Takes a bounce. He's got 5 yards and takes the kick in. He's got an after disposal here. Will be paid to Brett Howe. I think that was unnecessary for Tumby to do that. I didn't see it.
Yeah, another careless free kick given away. The Tumby Bay player marked it in the 4 back lines, but could cost him a goal, I'd say.
Yes, okay, the umpire's given it a goal. That was Brett Howe who kicked the goal. So it's Kapinnie have replied, led goal of Tumby. They're going to have to get a few more though, I think. That's only 3-2. It's a pretty good win. I think the win's worth at least 3 or 4 goals.
Yeah, they've used the ball well, Tumby, but Kapinnie need another couple. The game is reasonably even, I'd say. The wind playing the major part. Tumby changing their rucks off the bench and Andrew Higgins coming back on. Very hard to judge the ball. He'll be in opposition to Lyle Marnie. Another good bounce by the umpire. Good taps. Very interesting decision, that one.
Yeah, it's a little ordinary, I felt. I couldn't really see how he could say he was holding the ball. He just bounced towards him still. It's coming down to the forward line here now.
Kerry Franks relieves on the half-back line, pushing the ball towards the boundary line, which is a good move. Has a very ordinary kick out of bounds.
Hang on, not out of bounds yet.
It's come back into bounds. If you remember Yuri Geller, I think he just performed a trick.
How could he ever call that out of bounds on the full? The ball didn't go out, I don't think. It looked like it was going to go out.
Bill Oswald pushing the ball towards the boundary line. Good try on the left foot. Gives it over to Glenn Murphy, who kicks the ball to John Southern. The spoil goes out of bounds.
Yes, well, it's in the right pocket for Kapinnie now. If they can gain control of it and move it out. Sud Sallen's there to contest the knock. He just taps it over, but picked up quickly by Tumby. Murphy, who's shuffled it on forward quite a bit. Picked up by Harradine. Gives a handball over. That's picked straight up by Tumby, who come out of a defence. He's got a good mark. No, not taken. That's Pardo, I think. Partington now, he gets the ball, moves it in with a beautiful looking pass, but just over Girardi's head. Picked up by Franklin, who's gone for goal, and he's made it. No, he hasn't. He's kicked the point. It's a bit of bad luck there. He had a bit of time to play, and he obviously wasn't told.
Yeah, very confident player. Had the opportunity to handball, but kicked the ball well low into the wind. Just bad luck he was offline for a point. But a good move forward. Long kick down to the centre half back area. Ball goes over the top. Harradine's picked it up, shrugged the tackle. We'll get a kick away. Ball very hard to judge. An excellent judge by Rob Laurie though. Kicks forward to Sean Carpenter over the pack's head. Brian Partington picks the ball up, pushes the ball forward at all costs, doing well. Murphy soccers the ball off the ground. Cunningham kicks the ball back. So John Southern's on his own, dodges and weaves, has a look upfield, kicks the ball long. Off fingertips, again Trevor Franklin bursts through the pack, puts the ball forward. Off hands in the forward pocket, Steve Girardi has a look, kicks a point. A good move forward again offline.
Yes, Tumby are starting to get that running game together now where they keep looking for men on field. Slink the kick out for Kapinnie. No, it's Dennis Pedler. And he's come off the side of the boot. Doesn't look to be a lot there for Kapinnie. Watto has picked it up, handball straight onto Franks. Franks is running straight into an open goal now, and he's put it through, I think. Has he? No, it's offline again. Tumby are sort of wasting opportunities a little bit here. They've had a pretty good play, and they're finishing off with points, although the 1 goal 4 into this wind is still a pretty good performance, I think. What do you think?
It certainly is a good performance. The Colts scored 1 goal into the wind all game, but 1 goal 4 at this stage is not a bad effort.
Kicked out again by Pedler. Going down to nobody at all, not a person. Eddie Cromer, of course, has got around it now. He's put a tackle on by Ness. Spills clear. Hammond cooting it off the ground. Goes further downfield. Linton hits it up forward to Higgins. Redden, and now he's got it to Higgins, who's kicked into the centre. Dropped by Partington, and now it's Victor who's got the run at Richter, who's got the run of the ball. I think he got it over the neck there, so he's going to get a free kick out of that for being worth seeing the ball.
Definitely first to the ball today is going to be given the free kicks.
Yes, and it's marked now by Andrew Green. It was well judged. He comes around, he's going on the right side. It's a wobbly old kick, but Brad Howell here a long way out in front. He'll be able to turn now and put it on the boot. It's not going in towards Roberts though, it's going to go out of bounds I believe. It's a bit of a run onto the ball, but no, she's beaten both over the fence. Kapinnie's going to have to make use of this attack. I haven't really timed the quarter, but I think we've had a bit over, nearly getting on towards 16 minutes so far. Sellen gets a bit of a knock over, but it comes back to Tumby Bay. Does a beautiful handball to Oswald. He puts it on to Southern. Southern again gets a kick. He's had quite a few kicks this quarter. Damien Slink for Kapinnie gets a good punch away. Tommy Millard has now got it. He puts the handball over towards Ray Ness. He's running after the ball with Cromer in pursuit. He puts the handball on to Hammond, who's caught. They seem to be having a bit of a tussle in the middle of the ground here. I don't know what it's about. And the umpires have pulled it up and they're giving a free kick to Tiller now, Andrew Tiller that is. He's gone downfield with a long kick, looking for Roberts, but it's Clinton Darnton marked well in front. He's been fairly solid in defence, it's done, and there's the siren now. So we'll have to wait and see what happens in the next quarter.
Yes, with a strong breeze, Kapinnie have used it not as effectively as they wished to. 3 goals, 2-20 to Tumby Bay's 1 goal, 4-10. The break will be well appreciated by all players, I should imagine. Very hot, dry wind. They'll have a quick suck on the water bottle.
It's Tumby Bay just breaking up now. Kapinnie's still going to have a bit of a bunch. This will be the telling quarter, this one, because Tumby now have their turn at using the breeze. And they showed that they were effective into the wind. They got scoring 1-4. Kapinnie defence is going to have to tighten up on that. I think this wind is going to start making the game more and more scrambled as it goes on. What do you think, Barry?
Yeah, it'll if the pace continues, I think certainly the fittest side will run away, but early in the game it'll be a scrambly affair, as it always is when we play Kapinnie. A lot of tight tackling, quick tackling. You haven't got a lot of time to get rid of the ball. It makes for a good game though.
Yeah, so the umpire's about ready to toss it up now. I shouldn't think it'll be long. There's a few more players to get in their positions. Tumby will be looking for a few goals this quarter, so they can hold off during the third. I think it'll make it interesting if Kapinnie can get 1 or 2 goals into this wind. I should say they would be hoping very much to do so. Tumby.
If the opposition have scored into the wind, you certainly would want to. Umpire bounces. Ruckman have the tap. Story wins the tap. Teals kicks off the ground, goes forward. Trevor Franklin should gather, has a look, kicks around his body to the centre half forward position. Off hands, goes to ground. Girardi does his own roving. Pedler pushed forward well. Partington has a look, turns, centres the ball over the head of the pack again. Picked up well by Roberts, has an airy. Player pulled off the ball without it, goes onto the half-back flank by Tommy Millard, goes wide. Good defensive work by Millard then. His player will pick it up inside the line, but handballs off well to Green. Green handballs. Story picks up, has the ball smothered. Damien Slink handballs well away. There's a trip there by Southern, which was by Linton, which was accidental. He'll take the free kick. Jeffrey Harris kicks low into the wind. Well smothered by Dunn. Handballed away by Kapinnie. Danny Cromer in the lead. Sockers off the ground just as long as his normal ones. Clinton Dunn picks up, handballs away well to Steve Redden. Has to go long. He does so. On the lead to Steve Girardi. Hits him on the chest.
Yes, it looks like they put Roberts back on Girardi there. He was caught away from him that time. He thought the play was going to come down into his pocket, but now Girardi is a pretty good kick. I think he'd just about get that from here. Send it on its way. Didn't quite have the range, but the Tumby player has marked well down there. What's his name there, Barry?
Yeah, Plover Car, a beautiful mark on the line.
Yes, I don't think he'll have any trouble putting this through, and that'll be what Tumby Bay are looking for. Kapinnie out, of course, but now she's right through the middle. That was a good bit of pass there by Redden, who switched the play across. He lifted his eyes, seen Girardi, who was on a good lead, and they just completed it by Plover Car taking that mark in the centre.
Yeah. Tumby Bay obviously saw the Colts side play to this pocket, but played a little too close. Redden, in that case, centred the ball back to the centre half forward area, and it paid dividends. Craig Franks to come on in place of Murphy into the roving department. Give him a bit of bite around the packs. That gives Tumby Bay another goal, brings them to 2 goal 4, 16 points. Kapinnie 3 goals 2. Good high bounce. Nobody wins. Picked up quickly by Craig Franks, but around the neck. He'll take the free kick. Should move the ball quickly into attack. Goes low and long. Touched off hands by Tommy Millard. That's a good tackle. Ball comes free. Roberts kicks out of defence. Cromer in the lead. It's a good attempt at a Shepherd. Cromer turns on his circle. Puts the ball in. Not quite marked. Teely couldn't control the ball, but pushed forward well by Kapinnie. Again, Roberts has done well, handballed out well. Out to Green, Southern judged the ball well. The old Fox goes forward. Ball comes loose. Plover Car picks up, has a look. Drives the ball in long, and that's a very good goal. You won't see any better. He pulled a couple out of the bag at that at lock, which surprised the crowd. He's done just the same here. They certainly aren't a fluke.
Yes, that was a good long goal, that one, and Tumby Bay have been quick to come up with their 2 goals to catch up back up to Kapinnie, and they're right back in front now. They are 3-4 to Kapinnie 3-2, so Tumby didn't take long to pick up the lead in this quarter with the wind. It'll be interesting to see now whether Kapinnie can hold up and come back at them. Ball coming back towards the centre now. Looks like Kapinnie have brought, yes, that's Graham Harris onto the field. I was saying Jeffrey before, but it's Graham. Now it's going to be toss up. Tumby Bay, I think, got the better of that ruck with 2 Kapinnies waiting there, but it's all scrambled up. I think the umpire will have to call. No, he's going to free out of there. He said around the neck to Brett Howe, who quickly plays on. And his kick's been misjudged badly, but judged well by Laurie, though. He's taken the mark in defence. Tumby Bay defence has been holding up well today. And they're stopping at a centre half back every time here so far in this quarter. Roberts went up high then, didn't quite get paid the mark. Gets down to take the ball, get hold of the ball, pushed out of his hands. He's still fighting for it. He's going for a toss-up. So it's a little bit short of centre half forward for Tumby, but it's virtually within kicking range with this wind, if they can get hold of it to get a good kick onto it. Cromer there goes in going hard. Now it's another Tumby player who's pulled to the ground. Punched on by Brett Howe. Picked up by Parting, gets a handball away. He finds Anderson FAD over here. No, it's going to be Parting to take the free kick. It's disposed of after he handballed the ball. He'll be looking for Girardi. No, he's going for Carr. I think that's Carr, isn't it? Roberts there went up. And now the ball's bowled them all over and it's going to go down to bounce down the pocket, I think. Dennis Pedler getting hold of there now. He's still worrying it. No, it's not out of bounds yet. He's coming across the face of goals. It doesn't look good because it's kicked straight to Girardi, who said thanks very much, and it's gone and kicked it through the goals. And that's an easy goal to Tumby.
Yeah, excellent pressure put on the Kapinnie back line then. Tumby Bay players chased. It's forced the error and Girardi gold. The hard games that Kapinnie have had up to the run here will certainly kept them fit, but on a hot day they certainly will have to keep running to hang on to this Tumby Bay side. 4 goals 4 now to 3 goals 2. McCroskey against Higgins in the ruck. Key Story doing an excellent job while he was on the ball. Another good bounce by the umpire. Higgins up high, missed the ball. McCroskey has an airy. In again though. In the sand pit is Clinton Dunn. Gets it away well. Franklin with the run of the ball. high tackle, but they've continued with Roberts bouncing away through the centre-half back area. He's had another bounce. He's been caught but turned away quickly. He kicks out wide. The ball will run out of bounds and be thrown in. Franklin in some trouble there after that tackle.
Yeah, so the throw in now is going to have Kapinnie taking it over the dead side. There's been a free given against Shane McCrosty. It'll be, I think that's Higgins to take the kick to Tumby Bay. Wasn't delivered to him well. Now he's got the ball. He's going to bring it right down into attack for Tumby. That was, Tumby Bay. Teal come away with the ball well there. Marked by Mark Cunningham for Kapinnie. He's going to switch the play over this side here. He's got Slink by himself. And he marks the ball. They didn't really go forward very far. The wind holding up the kicks very well there. It's Kramer chips in with the mark very well there. Pete handballs it on to... He's Tumby Bay now. Move. Franks has ditched, weaved, dodged, and he's done a kick down towards goals, and he's found. I think that was Watto there who's going to get paid the mark, is he? No, they're going to go call it out of bounds. I thought it was a pretty good attempt at a mark by Watson. Still, the umpire was closer than us, so we'll have to go on at the flagpole. Got in my way too. But the ball's right down the Tumby Bay's forward pocket here. Rucks all scramble it up. Umpires looking on for a free to get out of it early, I think. Boots going in there now everywhere. It's pushed right around into the pocket where it was out of bounds before. A good tackle laid on there by Slink. I think that's Slink, and he's been paid the free for Kapinnie. He'll relieve. It's a bit hard to kick into this wind though, and he hasn't got many places to go. He's got 3 Kapinnie players out here. Crosty coming across to make it 4. But he's chose to go across the centre, and I don't know what he's doing here. Did you pick up what happened there?
No, I don't. I was watching Franklin. They've either got to take him off quickly or get somebody to replace him. He's still not well. I think they're going to let the man have a kick in again down the back pocket.
Pretty scrambly player. Slink comes forward to take it again, but he handballed it straight to Kramer, who said thanks very much, and took it around and kicked the goal. That'll lift Tumby Bay right up and won't do Kapinnie spirits much good at all. Kramer's always there and always a danger, and he done that very well. He just called for the handball. It's a bit of an old Sly Fox trick and received it.
Yeah, he did very well, Danny. He saw the players were scrambling the ball out of defence, ran past, asked nicely, was given the ball, and very rarely misses on the run. Must have boosted Tumby's hopes quite a lot. Quite a bit of scrambly pay. Yeah, 5-goal-4 to 3-goals-2. Using the breeze well, but they'll need to kick a couple more goals. Ball bounces high and awkwardly for everybody. A lot of Ness in front. Cromer again will go through, misses the ball. Partington picks up, kicks forward. Clovercar pushes the ball forward. Heavy pack forms. A lot of hip and shoulders. Umpire comes in for a bounce. Ball is on the half-forward spot, true half-forward line for Tumby Bay. Ball is up high. Several players pushing and shoving. It'll be Andrew Higgins to take the free kick. He's easily within distance. Accuracy, we'll see.
A little undisciplined by Shane McCrosty there, but Higgins' kick was, God, it was very inaccurate, but it found Franks, and he was in a lot better condition. And I think that Barry about to tell you about how well he can kick.
Craig Franks is a very accurate kick. Try and keep the ball low, let it float in. Does so, and unfortunately kicks the point. Very hard spot to kick from. Ball being lost over the back of the cars easily today. Should have a couple of people back there to kick the ball back into play. Give the players a bit of a rest, I suppose, on a day like today.
Yes, they've got time off, so they really don't get the rest. It'll wear on them a little because they're not used to it all through the year. It's coming back now. It'll be Pedler to kick out. I'd say just about odds on he'll go for the dead pocket. There doesn't seem to be many leads out this side for him anyway. So that's where he's going. It's right over into the dead pocket. It's pretty deep over there. I think it's going to go out without anybody touching. It'll be a Tumby Bay kick in. So that Franks again. He's got a long kick in. He's put it out towards the centre thing. A lot of players flying. Teals goes for a kick for goal. It isn't a bad looking kick either for under pressure. He's only scored a point, fortunately for Kapinnie. Not so fortunately for Tumby. But they've got it down and they're attacking more readily than what Kapinnie were at that stage. They've got the scoreboard right now, I believe. That means that Tumby have scored 4 goals into this with this wind, and Kapinnie only scored 3 the quarter before, and Kapinnie haven't added to their quarter time score at this stage. Waiting now for the ball to come back. Pedlar's got it. Kicked out into the dead pocket. Better looking kick this time with Roberts coming underneath it and takes the mark. Good mark by Roberts. He'll be looking to chase stuff along the edge. He does so. Pretty calculated kick to go close. Ness gives it a kick on off the ground, and this has got Hammond into play. Picks the ball up. He's well tackled by Southern. Handballs away. Southern now picks it up. He's been playing well for Tum. He swings it back towards the centre, and he's got Cromer by himself, but it kicked over his head a little bit far. And now it's Slink comes in, bowled over by the ball. Tackles the Tumby Bay player who gets hold of it. Now it's Tommy Millard who's got a chance to get over it. He picks it up. He's heading out here for this boundary here this time. And he's got David Daddle running out and leading in the race to the ball. He picks up. Handball's an airy one. Turns back out of trouble and kicks, but I think that's just about going to make it. No, it's still inside the boundary. It's coming out of bounds. Millard has just taken it out of bounds here.
Yeah, the ball bouncing hard. Bouncing high and very hard to judge. Umpire throws it in. Higgins in front, but well punched over the back by the Kapinnie player. Robbie Laurie grabs it, but takes his eyes off the ball. Pack forms. It'll be a throw up again. Talking by the Tumby Bay players, all calling Tigo's name. Tommy Millard gets it and kicks well. Barry Dowdle. David Dowdle runs through the half-forward line, kicks the ball in. Clinton Dunn will mark on the chest. Kicks long down the centre. Sean Carpenter's off the fingertips. Murphy picks it up. Handballs to Partington. Good running football. Chips off. Chip wasn't a good one. Comes through. Should be picked up by Watson. Flicks it back for the players, comes out loose. David Tearley picks it up and kicks a very good goal. It all started from Clinton Dunn and an unfortunate miss for Kapinnie, kick into the forward lines.
Yes, it was the first time this quarter Kapinnie had penetrated the half-forward line. And it was looking good until Dunn intercepted and he played on and moved. They just moved the ball down that quick succession that Tumby get going from man to man, and they capped it off well with a goal. So this brings the score to 6-6 to Tumby now, to Kapinnie's 3-2. They still haven't had a quarter time score. They'll be looking for the end of this quarter by now, I should say.
Yeah, the running game by Tumby Bay starting to get a little quicker. They're starting to keep the ball wide, hand to hand instead of pack to pack.
Yes, so the scrimmage up in the centre, and they're going to have another toss-up. We missed commentating the last one. Wasn't a lot went on. There was all negative football. So it's Dunn now in opposition to Marnie. I see they've brought Justin Nelligan onto the ball. Dunn takes the kick away, scrambly one. The frail Howell gets hold of it. He's turned beautifully out of the pack. Gets the kick back towards David Daddle. He's run underneath the ball and it's marked by Laurie of Tumby Bay. Now he'll put the Tumby right into attack again, I should say. He's looking around for someone to kick to. He's gone for a long torpedo punt. Well down, he'll take Kapinnie 2 kicks to get it back at least. Punched away there by Cunningham. Dunn trying to get control, then Marnie. Cunningham taps it on over to Harradine. Harradine gets the handball on to Tommy Millard. He's got it clear now to run through the centre. He's kicking across looking for Sellen. Sellen will have to do a bit of running this time. He's way out in front. But now he's getting well out of the way by Aussie, who's picked it up. He's got away with it. He's put the handball over to Dunn, and the Tumby Bay are away and running. Good kick in towards centre half forward, and it's marked by Teal. So Tumby Bay getting that man-to-man, kicking 2 men, and he's gone down right into the forward lines now. That's Slink there for Kapinnie trying to trap it. He's done so. It's taken off him. Cunningham gets a scrambly kick away, and now he's got another kick away. He's done well. Brought it up towards Howell. Bowled over Cromer was, but it's back in with the Tumby Bay player now with a very good kick to Richter. And Richter is in a very good position now to goal again. So they're starting to pick the game right up, Tumby Bay are. They're finding their men. They're kicking a smooth man. Now Richter puts it on its way. It's a good looking kick from here. Yes, it's been given a goal. So that's another one to Tumby, and that takes their score to 7-6. They're making good use of this breeze, and it's starting to die out now, I think, Barry.
Yeah, not as strong as it was. It's been gusting early in the second and in this quarter, but has died away a little bit. The ball handling skills have picked up. which might be an indication that the wind is dropping a bit. Some long kicking then and a very good attack which came from the defence of Oswald. A beautiful hip and shoulder and handballed the ball away, played on quickly, and that's Tumby Bay's game. Rucks, not a lot decided there. The ball is picked up, pushed forward by Southern. Kapinnie player flattened in the Southern roll through, eventually gets the ball away. Kicks beautifully to Plovercar. Got a very long kick on him, Andrew. No exception. Touched on the line. It's still in play. Been forced through now for a point.
Yes, I think Kapinnie were lucky to get that through for a point. Watto almost got his boot to it after it got pushed down the ground. Now it's Pedler going to play on quickly and get it out. He's looking for Green out there, who I think got a fingertip to it. I can't really see who the Tumby player is there now. He's got it. He's brought it around towards... Well, it's Roberts for Kapinnie now. He's scrambled over it, but that's Teely for Tumby Bay, who's been seen to be coming up on it regular, and he's kicked straight to Girardi, who's marked. So Girardi will be in a pretty good position there to kick the goal, I think, Barry.
Yes, again, David Teal's run through the half-forward line. Dodge and a weave. Another zip-zap sewer there, but a little quicker. He's a beautiful disposal of the ball. Hit Steve Girardi on the chest in the forward pocket. Normally a very accurate kick. It's no exception. A beautiful goal. Their run on football is too quick for Kapinnie at the moment. They're also pushing the ball out of centre, which is the beginning of all forward attacks from the bounce, which is a bit different to having to fight your way back from the half-back flank or the back line somewhere. Good rucking by Key Story. Their centre line players picking the ball up quickly, pushing the ball forward at all costs, using the wind well.
Yes, and another feature of the Tumby Bay game is they're not afraid to use the long kick. They've had several this quarter, long ones that go deep into attack, and they've had enough players down there to capitalise on it when it gets there. They're ready for the toss-up now. A Story opposed to Justin Nelligan's been brought into the ruck for Kapinnie. It's a good bounce. Nelligan gets the tap. Harris kicks a soccer off the ground, but it's that man Dunn again. He's picked up, just plays right on through the centre, gets the kick on down, and he's found Carr again, isn't it? Yes, Carr has taken the mark. He would be in range if he wanted to go for a kick, which is what he's done. He's put to give it a good long ride. It's not going to make it though. And Girardi forces it through out of play. So it'll be a toss in on the half forward, on the forward pocket, right hand side for Tumby Bay. They've been doing very well this quarter. Roberts grabs it off the tap, kicks it out, but Cromer's right under it. Doesn't quite get the mark. Now he scrabbles it out to Murphy. Murphy takes a kick around, and he's got Richter, who just about marked. He's kept it in play very well. He's still dodging and weaving. No, he's caught now. Gets the handball away. They're going to scramble it up. I think, no, Kapinnie with Brett Howe comes away. That kick's going to need a bit of wind to keep it inside, and it doesn't, so she's out on the full. So Tumby are looking good now to come into attack. It's the right side for them. All they have to do is put it across into the centre. I see Girardi still standing down pretty still down there. A lot of players tried for that one. Not Nobody quite got control. That was a Tumby Bay players coming through very quick there then. It's Richter there fighting it out. Watson put down, but he gets his handball across towards Girardi, who's battling it out with several Kapinnie players there. Hits it out to another Tumby Bay player, and he's got the kick from the Tumby player has just found another one, and they've got a mark right down there by the goals.
Richter's marked in the forward pocket. A good chip over the pack.
Yeah, so he'll be looking to get a goal here. And this will put Tumby with a... At half-time they'll have 9 goals 7 if he can put the steer it through the goals, and he has, so they're up to 9 goals 7 here now, and they're starting to look good. This will be a very profitable quarter for them.
Yeah, they've recovered from their first quarter deficit well. Again, the wind seems to be dropping, not as gusting as hard as it was. The half-time bell cannot be far away. Must be pushing close to well on into time on. Again, scrambly play, but a couple of long kicks to get the ball down, and it's very hard to kick into the wind out of defence. Kapinnie must try and get the ball on the other side. The mistake made there, kicking out on the full, because they're in the wrong pocket. Umpire to come in and bounce. Story against Nelligan. Story taps with the advantage. Redden kicks the ball into the half-forward line. Plovercar under it, couldn't quite grab the ball. It's pushed off the ball. Murphy has the ball, tackled well, backed up well by Kapinnie. They run the ball out of defence and scramble the ball over the boundary line.
What a good calculated kick there by Dale Howe. They just landed inside the line and bounced over. Now it's up for Story and Nelligan. Story's been rucking well for King. Sallin comes over the back, picked up by Millard, who's quickly tackled. Pardo takes the ball. He's put a long kick in. He's looking for, can't quite see who that is who's marked it. Girardi is marked for Tumby Bay. So they always look for that man Girardi, and he's a good mark and a good kick. A bit of a thorn in Kapinnie's side.
Yeah, a man of his size and experience in finals like this are most valuable. He had a bad injury late in this season, but decided to come back and play for us. You can see his worth. Unfortunately that time just offline, but the ball is in there again, peppering the goals in this latter stage of the quarter. 9 goals 7 now to Kapinnie's 9-8 to 3-2. Ball kicked out to the dead pocket. A lovely long kick. Slink has kicked that very well. Over the hands of the pack. Kapinnie push it forward. That's the way for them to go by Nelligan. Soccer off the ground. Goes to Kerry Franks. Turns quickly. Centres the ball in long again. Girardi on the chest. Well judged mark. An excellent kick in.
Yes. Tumby Bay quickly capitalised on that bit of a hairy kick by Nelligan. And one kick, and they were all the way back for Kapinnie's 3 kicks with Girardi set to have a shot for goal. I should think he'll get this one. It's right within his range. It's a good-looking kick. No, it's offline. I can see my co-commentator is a little bit upset about that. I can't say I am, actually. Have to be a little biased at times. I wonder if it's Slink going to kick in again. He's got a good long kick out on him. It was a little unlucky not to get into our A-grade side. They're going to have to really pick up after half-time. Now, I think the best they can hope for is try and scramble it up over there till half-time. Ball goes into a pack of players there. Nobody really getting it. The umpire's found Tumby Bay free of the man in front. Clover Carr puts it quickly back in towards the centre, and that's a good mark. No, it's not paid. Watson's got hold of it now. He's been paid against him for not... They don't give him much time to get rid of the ball around here. So it's Dennis Pedler to take the kick.
It was a good tackle, but he was dispossessed. But it was a good tackle.
He kicks across into that dead pocket there. There's nobody home for Kapinnie, but it's going to go out of bounds anyway. And the players look a little bit tired there, the Kapinnie backmen. They've had a pretty hard peppering this quarter, and even the Tumby Bay forwards are looking a bit tired at the moment. Everybody will be looking forward to half-time. Kapinnie more than Tumby, I should say. A lot of scrabbly play going on now. That's Brad Howe looking for a free there. He doesn't get one. Still scrambled up. Oh, the umpire, I think, will have to toss up. He seems to be waiting for frees most of the time, but he's going to toss this time. Good looking bounce. Nelligan gets a good punch away for Kapinnie, but nobody there. Cunningham using pace, chasing the Tumby player. He puts it right down into the thing with Girardi there to take the mark. Yes, I think you get paid that. It was a good mark. He had 2 grabs at it and just juggled it as he came down. I'll hand over down to Barry.
Yeah, good high-flying mark. Steve Girardi took that in the goal square. Had to jump back after making his lead to get back quickly, but marked overhead. And won't want to make it 3 in a row. He hasn't. It's a beautiful goal. Tumby Bay go to 10 goals 9 to Kapinnie's 3 goal 2.
Very handy lead for Tumby Bay to have at this stage. They'll be in a much... I think they'll be a very happy little camp at half-time. The Kapinnie boys are going to have to start pulling something out. There doesn't seem to be enough desperation of throwing themselves at the ball or anything there at the moment.
Kapinnie fought back well last week from being down 4 or 5 goals. They'll need to continue their hard work that they did in the first quarter into the third quarter if they want to stay in this game. Win still easily the dominating factor in this game. But the run-on play, the fast play by the Tumby Bay players, the kick over the line is working effectively. Their training for the last 3 or 4 weeks has been concentrating on that. Ian Harrafield's made sure of it. Umpire to bounce again. Ball high, eyes on the ball, nothing much happening. Ball pushed forward again, out of the centre. Scott Richter pushed in the back. Goes in hard. Roberts weaves, dodges, smothered off the foot by Partington. Backs up well, has a look, kicks long. Clover Carr marks in the half forward to forward pocket line. Wheels around onto his left foot, kicks that ball long into the full forward area. And some beautiful, superb bit of shepherding by Steve Girardi. And that ball's gone through for another goal to Tumby Bay.
Yes, I can't say it looks promising for Kapinnie with these goals. Getting peppered on by Tumby. They've kicked, well, that's the 11th one, so that'll be, they only had one goal for us. They've kicked 10 goals this quarter. That's a pretty good quarter in the B grade when you kick 10 goals, even if you have got the wind against you, especially when the opposition only got managed 3 the quarter before.
Yeah, grand final, anything can happen, but 10-goal lead would be looking good. They'll need to continue, though. Nobody can afford to rest on their laurels in a final. United Jalana would have regretted doing that last week. Being up so well, but letting Kapinnie in, they fought back hard. They'll certainly do that in this second half coming up. This must be a very long quarter. A lot of goals being scored down the southern end. Umpire to come in and bounce the ball again. Doing quite a good job in this wind. Kapinnie tapped it forward, but Higgins gets a kick out. Roberts clears well, runs through. No, he's not going to. Dodged and weaved, handballed out of the centre. That's the half-time siren. Tumby Bay going at half-time at 11 goals 9, 75 to Kapinnie's quarter-time score of 3 goals 2, 20.
Yes, I think Kapinnie would have been long overdue to hear that siren. They were looking a little tired. They're going to have to pick up. They're down. Just a look now, 3 to 11 gives them 8. They're down about 9 goals at the moment. So 9 goals 1 to be exact. It's quite a big score to try and catch back up again in half a game. Especially since I think Tumby will go a little bit defensive now this quarter. What do you think, Barry?
That's not our game, but Harry could drop a man down the back lines. I'd be surprised if he does. I think they'll play their natural attacking game. The confidence in the back lines, as it's been all year, is that they're capable of handling any side, whether it's a wind like this or not. But we'll see when they resume the play in third quarter. Both sides have found the conditions hard. Tumby Bay have made the best of it, though. They've kicked long, which they've been told to do, kicked over the line. They've also been able to use the short game when necessary, kicking from player to player. They ran the ball well into the wind and gone along with it. Ideal team plan. Kapinnie need to work hard on their getting to the ball first. Their runners have let them down a little bit that quarter. They had a couple of promising attacks into the forward lines, but weren't able to capitalise on them. Dunn, Southern, Laurie, done very well. Oswald backing up in the final line of defence have made sure that the ball does not get anywhere near the goals. Third quarter will tell.
All right, ready to go now. Half-time siren. Start the second half of the game. Kapinnie going with the breeze this time. Marnie opposition, but Tumby Bay take the knock. Tiller gets the kick away. He's gone long, straight down into the Kapinnie centre half forward. Sellon coming out to meet it, bowled over by it. Stack of players forming around it. The umpires picked out a free. I don't know just what it was for. It's going to David Dowdle. It's a fairly good kick. They'll be needing all the goals they can get early in this quarter. They're down by 9. So they'll be looking for the goal here from Dowdle. It'll be a real spirit lifter for them. Takes his kick. It's a nice looking kick. And it's offline, unfortunately, only through for a minor score. Brings the deficit back to 9 goals. Pretty anonymous thing to look forward to. That's Oswald for Tumby Bay. He's going for the dead pocket. Nice looking kick out into the wind. Tumby Bay ruckman flew high there, so nobody's really gained it. It's going to be pushed. Tommy Millard working hard, gets the handball. And he's been pinged for holding the ball, or is it a throw-in? No, I think it's a throw-in. So it's a throw-in right down in the dead pocket on Kapinnie's end. Rucks don't neither one get anything from it. Tumby Bay player there pushing for the ball. A lot of scrambling play. He gets away with the handball out to another Tumby. Linton, he gets a scrambly kick forward. Dale Howe now comes in, gets a nice kick in. Missed by the Tumby Bay player, but they still picked up, tidied up by Franks. They had 3 players around the ball then. He tried to run too far and got caught holding the ball. So this gives Kapinnie another chance. It's going to be Ray Ness this time who'll have the kick. I should think he'll go for goal. It's a pretty flower bag looking punt. Sellon give a bit of a shove there, touched the ball, and now he's wishing he hadn't touched the ball because it's made it a point. So that's another point to Kapinnie. They're starting to waste their chances. They're into attack straight away. Oswald comes out again. Good long kick right over into the pocket. And a good mark taken there by who? Southern. So it's Southern again. Starting to think, playing on, he's called play on. He goes up along towards the wing and is marked by Cromer. That name again. He's still got it. He's signaling he's going to go downfield along the edge of the boundary. Lyle Marnie gets under it, takes the mark. Now he should swing it back in towards the centre, I should say. Not a bad looking kick. Punched on by Hammond. Laurie has now got hold of the ball. He just kicks it straight back in towards the middle. And it's Redden there. I think that's Redden, isn't it? Who's picked it up, kicks it straight on, puts Tumby up into their attack type thing with a mark taken by Dennis Pedler. Quite a good mark that, running away. There's having a bit of an argument about where the mark was taken. The umpire agrees with him and pulls the Tumby Bay player back. Another one picks up the mark and Pedler puts it straight on down. He's not messing around with it. But that's done again. He's the man who stopped all Kapinnie's attacks before and he's still stopping them. And a good mark there taken on Tumby Bay by Partington. He plays straight on. They're into attack now, Tumby, into this wind. And now it's Redden. Hits the ball back underneath him. Picked up by a Tumby Bay player there. He picks it up again. Murphy gets a nice kick across towards Girardi. Girardi looked like he was a little bit well worn there, but Roberts now has it by himself. Not a lot of company over here for him. He takes 2 bounces, kicks it on. Now the Kapinnie boys, there's some tired looking legs out there. Nobody's running. Southern looks like the man who's going to get the ball here. He's got it now. He's gone back around, put himself in a corner, but he still gets his kick. Kick it straight to Tiller. Tiller now will have to go long. He's got Tommy Millard in the centre calling for it. He goes longer than that. I don't know exactly who he's going for. He's landed into a feast of Tumby Bay players converging on it. Linton now is getting a tap along there. Sallin comes in, unloads him, but it's picked up quickly by Dunn again. Once again, he kicks for Cromer in the middle. Redden's got it now. He gets a handball away, but the umpire accused him of being too long. They don't.
I think they're looking for an evener upper there somewhere along the line. There was not a lot of time there for anybody to get rid of the ball. Franks flew high but didn't mark. Oswald, last line of defence, taps the ball forward, grabs hold of it, handballs it away. Clinton Dunn backs up. Long run for the ball, should use the ball well. He's shepherded well. Kicks forward to Story, who couldn't quite pull the ball in. Howell kicks forward. Under pressure, Kerry Franks marks well. Dodges around onto his left foot, kicks the ball, and that'll go close to the boundary line. Has gone out on the full. Nearly a good defensive ploy, didn't quite make it. As the fire siren goes off here at Cummins. Howell kicks the ball in, the full forward area. Pack of players form, big hit forward, but Linton's in the last line of defence, kicks into the back pocket. Cromer in attack. After it, beaten to the ball, but she runs out of bounds. Bad bounce, defeated the Kapinnie player then, who made front position. In the dead pocket, southern side, boundary umpire retrieves the ball. Story in ruck, he'll be opposed. Unopposed, bad throw in. Tapped over, but Kapinnie grab it, kick forward. Oswald on the lead, out in front, gathers the ball in beautifully, kicks the ball long, but unfortunately out of bounds on the full with the wind.
Yes, Kapinnie are starting to squander the chance. They've only added 2 points. They were right into attack straight away after the first bounce. Obviously, Wayne Puckridge, their coach, stirred them up a bit and impressed on them that they'll have to do something with this wind. But now we're waiting for the ball to come back in. Can't see who's going to take the kick. Looks like Tommy Millard over there to take the kick. Ball's back with him now. So he'll be kicking it in towards the full forward zone. So lousy looking kick. Oswald gets a boot off of it. The Tumby Bay ruckman, then on to Southern again. It gets the ball over towards that dead pocket. Cromer gets a touch into it. Still following the ball, Cromer. He's got control of it. Takes a handball, but that gets smothered. Now we'll have to see what the umpire's going to call this one. He's going for a throw up, I believe. Yes, it's going to be a toss-up. Tumby Bay are working it over that corner very well. Ruck was won by Kapinnie that time. Picked up by Harris. It's a wobbly looking kick in, but Oswald here, he's been a good man on the last line of defence. Pitched off the ground. This time Hammond's picked it up off of there, and he's punched it back at goals. And there's how the holding the ball. He didn't get rid of it, and it's going to be And it's red and there's a few fiery tempers going down there now. I don't know just what it's all about. I think he believed he should have had a trip. I don't know. The umpires have taken it right back to the line. What do you think? How did you see that?
I tackled around the waist. Good tackle. It was a desperate tackle. He grabbed him, retarded him enough for Steve Redden not to get rid of the ball. It was a good tackle, I thought. That'll put Kapinnie's first goal for the quarter on the board. They go to 4 goals 4, trailing Tumby Bay 11 goals 9. They need to work the ball a little quicker, Kapinnie. They're getting it bottled up. Tumby Bay are bottling it up in that back pocket, working the ball quietly out of defence, but they need a couple more avenues up the wing. The wind is playing a major part of pushing the ball across the field. Very hard to mark anything that's kicked high. Must concentrate on your kicks. The disposal of Tumby Bay not that good in the opening minutes of this quarter. Umpire comes in. Story and Ruck opposed to Marnie. Had several ruckmen. Kapinnie. Marnie's back in the ruck now. Ball fades away to Tumby Bay's end, but hard to grab. Richter gets the ball out of centre, kicks the ball forward, beautifully run through by Roberts. Kicks the ball long, right over the centre half forward line. Southern judges the ball very well. Plays on Linton plays on immediately. It's collared, gets rid of the ball to Robbie Laurie, who again goes back. Kicks the ball across the other side to the dead pocket, where it will dribble away over the boundary line for a throw-in. Bit lackadaisical, the attack out of the defence end. I thought they could have done a bit more constructive, something a bit more constructive with the ball. Ball's thrown in, nobody gets it. Beautifully roved. Southern, handball's off, fumbled along the ground, cranks his run down, but gets his handball away. Murphy picks the ball up with a beautiful not a good handball away. Backed up well by Robbie Laurie. Kicks the ball up, again high into the wind. Plavakar and Kapinnie player working hard on the ground for the ball. Backed up by Murphy, who kicked the ball there to start with. One bounce, running through the half-forward line. Kicks low. Spoiled each other, Tumby Bay. Kick off the ground by Girardi. Sean Carpenter attempts to pick the ball up. Grabbed around, kicked off the ground. Murphy couldn't get his kick away. It's hit the post for a point. That was good defence by Kapinnie. They had to run hard to catch up to those players.
Yes, they had to struggle through quickly. They only just made it in time, and now they'll have to bring it out again. Tumby have once again proved themselves able to penetrate right to the scoring line in the defence. Kick out comes in. Roberts just about marks. Picked up by Tumby Bay. They're back into attack again. Tiller's trying to gain control. Gets his kick. He's kicked it way over the dead pocket. And there Tommy Millard is, who has been a bit quiet today. He's trying to gain control of it. It's going to race them all, I think. Yes, the boundary umpire says I'll have that one. Tommy a little bit wild. He just gained control and got around Kramer. So there must be a fire on there somewhere with a fire going past. And it's Tumby Bay. He's got the ball. Richter, he comes away in towards centre. Picked up by nobody in particular. Tumby Bay player going for a mark, but it wasn't kicked long enough off the ground. Picked up by another Tumby bloke who goes straight over towards the edge of the field. Kramer over there. Now it's picked up by Murphy. He just shrugs the tackle, picks it up again, goes it into attack. Damien Slink takes a well-timed mark there. Here, I should say, he'll... A little bit of pushing around. There's no time for that, I don't think. So he'll be going for long kick. His toes coming in, and it's going to be Hammond. Just rolled right underneath it. Marnie now to try and pick up the crumbs, but it's Southern who's just playing magnificent football for Tumby Bay. Pulls it out of defence again, puts it over and marked by Murphy. Murphy plays on straight away. They're showing a lot of confidence, these Tumby players. He's found, that not quite pay, but Watson tidies up well for Tumby, and I think he's got a goal here. Looks good to me. Oh my God, that bounced a long way away. Yes, he got given a goal. It must have bounced through the goals. What do you think of that one then, Barry?
Yeah, good left foot kick by Watson. I would have paid the mark to David Teeley, but the umpire played it on, I doubt to advantage. Watson looked for Franks, aimed the ball well into the goal square and kicked truly. Another very good attack into the wind. They were damaging those goals. I'd say they were worth 1 or 2 with the wind. Again, Murphy running through the half-forward line, looked ahead, kicked well into the wind and penetrated. The Kapinnie players playing man-to-man, but just not able to compete against the accuracy of the disposals of Tumby Bay. A beautiful tap by Kapinnie. Redden, playing loose in defence, has marked the ball in the centre half back area. He should go wide to the outer side, but chooses to go across the ground, loose to Southern here. Southo takes the ball in and delivers well up the field to Kerry Franks. He should move the ball. He does. Partington marks safely. Pardo should drive the ball in long and does so. A nice looking kick. Watson well guarded. Roberts nearly brought the mark in. Dion Watson takes one bounce. Should be looking forward to the goal. Misses. Oh, my pardon, Watto. Oh, you be a mate. Another kick into the wind, and that's certainly showing signs that Tumby Bay have got complete control of this game. They're running the ball either side of the field, pushing the ball up with long kicks, running the ball, quick couple of short handballs and a long kick, which they've been training to do. This wind doesn't seem to be as influential on Tumby Bay as it does Kapinnie. They started that attack with a good tap out the centre, but stopped on the half-back line by Redden.
Right, so it's up again in the centre with Higgins opposed to Nelligan. Nobody gets it, but Hardington takes the kick away, right up the centre half forward again. Tumby Bay into attack. No, it's arrested this time by Roberts. Comes around over on the flank on the wing here. Southern again. He's just going to get a feast of kicks today, that fella. That one wasn't really a long one. Now it's picked out Southern again. He's caught this time, but he gets his handball away. It's a good handball. And it's Watson, Partington, he's pushed in the back, so he's going to take a kick now. Tumby Bay seem to be taking real control on this game. They've got players winning all over the field, whereas Kapinnie can't seem to find many. Now that's a good mark, I think. No, it's not paid, it must have been off hands. He's gone, kicked his boot away and the ball back the other way, and Girardi has marked the ball now. And he'd be well within scoring range. It was a good mark. He was who was that there? Hammond there was opposed to him, but he just pulled it down strongly. I think this kick here is going to make it a horribly long road to hoe for Kapinnie if he doesn't miss it. No, it's gone out of bounds on the full. That'd have been an unusual kick from Girardi.
Yeah, not an easy shot for goal, but the forward tack was promising, just not quite polished off enough. Very difficult spot there to push the ball into the wind and keep it straight. Kapinnie come out of the back pocket with a very long kick down the wing. Cromer tried to attempt to mark the ball, bounced past his fingers, well run through by Roberts. Adds another kick which puts them into attack. Ball bounces high over Linton's head, but backed up well by Laurie. They'll push the ball out on that dead flank so that Kapinnie have to regroup again. Stop their run well. Kapinnie loose on the forward flank here. Players rush forward there to help the defenders. Scrambly Pay, player of the ball, couldn't quite get there, being pulled off the ball. Free kick for Robbie Laurie. Very tiring out there. The legs would be starting to feel the pressure and the dry day. Hard ground as well. Been playing on soft grounds most of the year. Scrambly play, a good tackle, but the umpire will come in and bounce. Pace has gone out of the game, which is understandable. They need to play a little more attacking to Kapinnie, I think. They're having trouble getting their kicks away properly. A good kick into the forward lines from Franks, marked by Dennis Pedler. He attempts to play on, has to come back. Again, the umpire not giving a clear indication where the mark is, but calling the player 15 metres. Kicked well, but dropped, recovered by Sudsy. Comes off hands in the forward line. Higgins falls to the ground, tries to get rid of the ball. A pack forms. Clinton Dunn gets his hands to it, pulled off and dispossessed. Well picked up by Kapinnie. Tommy Millard, no, not Tommy. David Dowdle gives it out to Sudsy, who kicks long into the forward lines. The ball bounces high and out of bounds without a score.
Yes, Tumby Bay are showing a lot more desperation, and they've got their head in front now, and it's encouraging them to be more desperate, whereas Kapinnie can't seem to find a winner anywhere. Ball gets thrown in now. Marnie gets a bit of a knock, but it goes straight to Redden. I think there was Redden, was it? Laurie, sorry. Kramer has a good spoil. He's been getting the better on that wing there, I think. But he didn't No, this time it's picked up by Tommy Millard. He dummies the handball around Cromes. Comes to kick in towards centre here. He's got Lyle Marnie trying. No, nobody got under the mark. Cleaned up again by Dunn. He's played very well for Tumby today. The mark isn't quite taken by Cromes. Throws himself over the ball. Now it's Richter here. He gives a handball out, going towards the boundary, and it's out of bounds. They're just scrambling it up now, Tumby, and I think they've got a man loose in defence there. Have they, Barry? I've meant I'd pick it up.
Yeah, Steve Redden's loose in defence, I'd say, on the half-back line.
Yes, he's been doing a good job too. It's left a man free all the time. Bit of heavy body work by Oswald there. Unloads. I think that's Harris. Now it's down, coming out with Cromer once again fighting over. Gets the handball straight over to a Murphy. Murphy handballs it over the player's head that went to tackle him, and then sockers off the ground. Now it's Dunn over the ball. Twists, turns, gets the handball away, but it's picked up by, can't quite catch a Kapinnie player, but no, Dunn gets back onto it again. He's been playing very well for Tumby. His kicks judged nicely to the line. It doesn't quite go over. Partington takes the kick now. Met by Damien Slink. He's bowled over. Now we've got Watto. He's picked up. He's shepherded well by the other Tumby Bay player there. They're having a little bit of a scrabble. That's going to do them no good because Watto just handballs it over to Girardi, who puts it through the goals, and they say thank you very much. A little bit undisciplined by Kapinnie there then. They're still going, a little bit arguing over in the corner, but I think it's rather elementary because the Tumby Bay now move on to, is that going to be 14 or 15? 14 goals. 14 goals, 10 to Kapinnie 4-4. So Kapinnie have only managed to score one goal too this quarter, and that was very early in the quarter. Since then, Tumby Bay have outscored them. They've scored 3 goals. I think there'll be 3 goals 1, wouldn't it? They've scored this quarter.
Yeah, good kicking into the wind. That was an excellent shepherd by Franksy. Unselfish play to shepherd off the player. He knew he was going to take the grab, but he still took it. That's a good try by Carpenter. Kapinnie come in well, should have shepherded away and does. Kicked out into the fence, but straight to the centre. Clinton Dunn leading his man. Still regains the ball. Scrambly play. Rob Laurie dispossessed of the ball, gets up, has it kicked to his chest 2 seconds later. Bit of volleyball going on here. Again, Robbie Laurie comes out, pushes the ball wide into the open spaces. This is where the players love to run. You'll still find plenty of legs in Plover Car. Kenny Cromer's there, I don't know what he's doing with legs.
Yes, well, it's Roberts now. He's tidied up for Kapinnie. He's kicked in towards the centre. But now it's going to be Redden down here. I think there's that Redden or Redden there playing loose and just tidies up for Tumby Bay. Gets it across to Murphy. He just tidies it on further onto Partington. Partington can't quite complete the mark. Roberts has tackled but gets his kick away. And now it's down to Harris, who can't quite get it. And it's going to be that Dunn again, I think. Yes, he's Clinton Dunn. Hits the kick away along the wing looking for Cromer. Cromer falls to the ground. Slink picks it up. Kicks it on down, but it's back again to Laurie. He kicks it back. A little bit of end-to-end stuff going on here now. Ness now picks up, gets a handball away. No, he doesn't. He only dummied. Just turned and come onto his left foot. Just back around with the Dunn and Redden. And Redden is going to take the kick now. It was up to 3 of them there. They had it all to themselves. Picked up by Nick Harradine now is taking a good marking. There's not a lot of people down there in the Kapinnie forward lines. They seem to be all chasing a kick somewhere. And must be Redden's turn for a kick because he's the one who's got it this time and kicks it off the ground. That's Murphy there now for Tumby Bay in opposition to Tommy Millard for Kapinnie. Tommy working very busily, dicks away, picks it up, gets the handball over, but there's a Linton's there to say thank you very much. But he's kicked it over in a strange place, over towards the centre where Justin Nelligan for Kapinnie picks up now. And he's looking for Howell, who's marked. So Kapinnie might be able to get a goal there, Lister save a little bit of face, and so they've got 2 goals for the quarter. He's on a fairly good angle and it's not too far out, and he's usually a really fairly reliable kick, but this one doesn't look all that well. I think he's put it across the face of goals, and yes, it's only a point. So that's 1-3 Kapinnie have kicked this quarter, which makes them 4-5 to Tumby Bay's 14-10. And Tumby Bay seem to have a pretty good commanding grip on this game at the moment. And that's Oswald now. Oh my God, Ozzy didn't get a very good kick of that one. About 5 yards, I'd say, and she's out of bounds without anybody touching it. So it'll be a kick in for Kapinnie. I can't see who's going to take it. Harry, he's not the best kick in the side, and he'll be having a go for goal. Or no, he's going to come across to the centre here. Who's he looking for? Justin Nelligan, nobody really gets it. Howell picks up quickly, but it's Richter who's scouring it in the goal square and puts it well out onto that dead pocket where Caroma adjudicates that's gone out of bounds, and quite pleased about that too. I think Caroma says he'll be feeling fairly comfortable over there now. The ball's going to be thrown in the dead pocket. Sailing there, trying to get a punch onto it. Once again, hard for any ruck to get onto it. Dunn picks it up, can't get his kick away, but this time it's Laurie comes away. It's a kick, and it's, you can't see who that is, but it's Dale Howell, I think, but it's got beaten out of bounds again by the, I think. Yes, well, Tumby Bay are just playing it over onto the dead side now. The wind's starting to brisk up a bit, selling it. Can't see the number 21 Kapinnie. Oh, that's Hammond there, but he still can't get his kick. Gets it again this time. Millard tries to mark. Story gets a handball out. He's heading towards Southern. It looks like he got it in the back, but whether he did or not, the umpire says no. So it's picked up by Dunn. No, it's not Dunn, that's Story, who judged that kick very well to get it right up on the centre wing position. Tumby Bay kicking into the wind, and they're got 10 goals clear, over 10 goals. Exactly 11 goals clear, Tumby Bay are. So they've increased their lead this quarter by 2 goals. And it's gone into a dead, dreary looking game with it all scrambled up over on the other side. Bounce down there now. Good thump by them. There's the siren for 3/4 time. And I think Tumby Bay will be well happy with the scoreboard. 14-10 to Kapinnie 4-4. I think you're looking at a bit of a cold beer now, Barry, after the game, a winning one.
Yeah, there'll be plenty of those at the end of the game. Tumby Bay need to push forward now. They still need to not rest on their laurels. They still need to attack the ball. Their desire for the ball in that quarter was excellent. Their disposal of the ball was good. They ran the ball into the wind. They used players. They kicked over lines. And they did what their coach has been asking them to do. Look for each other, shift their game from short to long, mix it up so that it disrupts the opposition. And they've done that very well. But I must commend their desperation for the ball. They've shown that this side is better than a B-grade side and that they can play in all sorts of conditions. The wind would have normally upset most sides. It did for a while here, but their kicking into the wind this quarter has been excellent. I think they kicked the only 1 point while adding 3 goals to their tally. Kapinnie haven't got a lot to look forward to with a strong wind. They need to defend well. I think they can also score into the wind if they kick long, but I don't think their runners are there. The 3 games they've had to get here, the 2 games that they've had to get here, could have been telling in a hot day. Their legs certainly seem to be a lot slower. They seem to be missing a couple of players that I can see, but no excuses. Tumby Bay certainly have grabbed control of this game and have it by the throat. They need to top it off now with a good last quarter, and their club will be well pleased.
Yes, the Kapinnie players have been lacking the running ones, the likes of Dale, Hale and Tommy Millard just haven't been in the game as much as they usually have, which is probably full credit to Tumby Bay in keeping them out. They're looking a little bit sorry for themselves, Kapinnie over there now. I should say they'll be trying to drag a little bit of, how would you call it, honour or whatever out of the defeat and try and see if they can score in this win this quarter just to prove to themselves that they could. I should imagine that Tumby Bay won't have to worry about playing a loose man this quarter, Barry. They'd be pretty well under attack with the wind like it is strengthening up again.
Yeah, they were well served by Steve Redden there. That's a move that we've used quite a bit in the year. Stephen does an excellent job down there. He's a good judge of the ball. He finds a line, sticks with a defending role. He kicks the ball wide. He looks for players when they're there. But in that quarter, him aided by Clinton Dunn, I thought played an excellent quarter. Bill Oswald in defence, Robbie Laurie on the other flank, also pushed the ball wide. Phil Linton, they've all had a good game. They've controlled their players a lot, haven't allowed anybody a yard or 2 to get away from them, but has also been helped by the pressure that's been put on Kapinnie upfield. Getting rid of the ball hasn't been easy for the Kapinnie half forwards. They haven't had an easy shot at goal. They've had very few times when they have been able to break away from their opponents without having somebody on their hammer to get rid of the ball well to their forward.
Go northwest first.
Oh, yeah, I mean, yeah, swing round the west.
Yes, we're up here for the last quarter now with Tumby Bay the commanding 11-goal lead. Well, almost 11. It's 10 goals 5 lead to Tumby Bay. They've got a pretty strong wind here now that's gusting up again. They've got a pretty tight grip on this game. Umpires now getting ready. Siren blows. It's going to be Story for Tumby opposed to Crosty for Kapinnie. Toss doesn't favour anybody. Harradine takes the ball away from centre, kicks over towards the dead side. Leading in the race for the ball's Hammond, but he's getting overtaken by Southern, and there's a scramble up. Roberts gets the ball. Looks like they've moved him up to centre half forward this quarter. And he's got the ball now, moves into attack. The ball's right up in the air, and this is where blowback would come from. The Tumby boys have an argument, and one of us, Franks, has decided he'll take the mark. He'll put it right down into attack. He should take the wing easily from there. It's round about centre half forward. Not in the centre though, right over on the boundary. Yes, he gets it right down the wing, where Dale Howell almost pulls in a mark. Tidied up quickly by Tumby Bay there. He gets a nice pass across. Murphy picks up, weaves around, sends it on its way. He's got Girardi down there shepherding out, but just hits the post. It was almost there. Girardi done an unselfish act there. He just pushed the Kapinnie player away so he couldn't touch it. So now it's once again Tumby move ahead into the clear, 11 goals clear. So it's going to be Damien Slink now to kick out for Kapinnie. Takes it out. It's heading towards centrewards this time. Kapinnie aren't going to worry about trying to get into the dead pocket. There's nothing to be gained by scrambling it up. Kicked on now, and it's going to be Hammond that's got hold of it. He takes a handball over towards Brett Howe, but it's gone out of bounds. I don't think Kapinnie will gain much by going over there now. They've just got nothing to lose by trying to bring it into attack and see if they can score into this wind. Throw in now a Story opposed to McCrosty. McCrosty gets a bit of a knock. Dale Hale is quickly tackled. And now it's gone to, I think, yes, it's Dale Hale's been picked up for free because he must have got rid of it before he's tackled. Kicks it up in there, looking for, I can't see who that is, but it's Southern for Tumby Bay, who quickly picks up and brings it across to the centre half forward position. I think that was Carr, almost took the mark. He's picked it up now with a long handball over towards Teals. He's had a shot at goal, but he's offline and just got a point. So Tumby Bay are right into attack here now. They move on to 14 goals, 11 now. I think that'll be 14-12, isn't it? That's 2 points they've scored this quarter. So now it's going to be Damien Slink again. He's kicking out. I really can't see their point. He's kicked straight to a Tumby player. I can't see their point in not coming towards the centre now because they've got nothing to lose and everything to gain by trying to push forward. Kick by Tumby, goes deep back in there. Girardi struggling it with, I think that's young Hammond they've put on him. It's been forced through over the shoulder for Hammond. So Hammond takes the kick. Not a very long one. He's looking for Tiller. Tiller takes the mark. He's waving his man back. I think he'd be more well looking for a thing. Yes, he's coming across towards the centre. It's not a real good kick at all. Tumby Bay are going to get a nice little ride in here, which they do. And that ball hit Cunningham right in the mouth somewhere. He didn't look very pleased about it, but he stopped the goal from going through. But it's brought straight back into attack by Tumby Bay again. I think that one's a goal. It is. That was a good kick, and it was Flavakar who kicked it. So the Tumby Bay camp will be getting more pleased. That gives them 15-12. So I think the scoreboard is wrong at the moment. So 15-12. They're starting to look very good. And what have we had? About 5 minutes of play, have we? Very. So it's coming back to the centre now. I don't think there's a lot Kapinnie can do now except try and attack and get a goal or two just to make it look a little bit better. They're trailing by far too much to try and catch up now. Story and no, the ruck doesn't get anything, but Story gets a nice tap on. Picked up by Dale Howe, kicks on. Roberts now fighting it out with Dunn, who hits it on to McCrosty, who does a big handball in. He's looking for Sud Selling, but it's Dunn who's tidied up again. Turns, comes out, kicks it over to Cromer. Cromer misjudged it a bit, but he looks like he was able to tidy up. He doesn't quite. He gets a bit of a push in the back there. Not much help for old Cromes in that one. It's Dale Howe now gets a handball out. He's still got it, fighting it out here now. And it's gone out of bounds. Right by the camera here. There'll be a throw in. Story hasn't got Kapinnie haven't got a ruckman there at all. So Story says thank you, but he's kicked into the man. It's Redden now who's going to tidy up. He kicks over his shoulder and finds Cromer. That was a good kick. Cromer puts it on straight away, handballs. But chap drops it. But now it's Murphy who's got the ball. He tries for a handball. I think he's going to get caught dropping it because he didn't get his It was a good tackle, really, that gets over the arm, stops them getting the thing on. So it's Nelligan takes that kick. He finds Roberts. Roberts has got Dunn chasing him up, but he's got Hammond free over there. Hammond has now got the ball. He's all by himself. He can take his time to try and find somebody in there, but there's not a lot to kick to with Tumby. They've got a lot of men in defence. Southern now takes a handball from somebody else and kicks it right back into the centre of the ground. Over the head of the players, but announced Dennis Pedler. Tidies up. It's in the screw punt to Shane McCrosty, who's got it now. He goes for a handball then, over to Dale Howe, but Dale's got to pick it up off the ground. He gets tackled, but he hasn't quite got it. Roberts tidies up and kicks it over his shoulder. But story for Tumby now. Gets the ball, he's put down quickly. Picked up by Dunn, I think it was. Now it's Redden who's got the ball. He's still got control. Turns, now he's clear. He's in the open, he's heading straight down the ground. Kicks it over centre towards centre half forward, and a good mark taken by Flover Carr. He'll probably go for a long kick right into the centre. He has. It's a big screw punt. He's got Girardi down there to take the mark. He doesn't quite, but he just picks it off the ground, puts it through for another goal. So Tumby Bay are just going right away with this game now. There's been no doubt from, I think, from about halfway through the third quarter, who was going to win. So I'll give you over to Barry now.
Yeah, good attacking by Tumby Bay then. The defence held strong. They gave the ball around. Several players received the ball. They looked. Steve Redden broke the tackle, which was the start of it all. But it was an excellent team effort. Running players going through the half-forward line to Plover Carr, who marked strongly. Again, the long kick to the full-forward area where Girardi tidied up well by roving his own drop mark. Umpire comes into bounds. Higgins in oppositions to Marnie again. Goes wide. Both rucks tapped well. Off the ground was Carpenter. Tackles hard. Richter in pursuit of the ball. Picks it up with one grab. Handballs out. Pushes the ball to the boundary line. Comes in. They run in packs, these boys, when they run. Nothing stops them. Umpire throws it in well. In ruck. Higgins again tackles the player with the ball. But I wouldn't have given it that way. He didn't get rid of it very prettily. Kapinnie go into attack. Tommy Millard. Ball goes high, comes back, covers as much ground as Cromer's kicks. Again, Kapinnie will get the free kick from a high tackle. Kicks out wide to find a man. He plays on quickly. They've got to play on quickly if they're going to get back in this game. I think it's all over, but there is a glimmer of hope. Craig Franks plays on around the mark with a lovely screw kick down to the dead pocket where it'll touch the fingers of David Teeley and run out of bounds. Yeah, they've played their game well, Tumby. They've played it hard. They've run. Their teamwork has been excellent. They've used the ball very well, and they've backed up exceptionally well. Their desire for the ball has been something to watch. Umpire will try to throw it in again. Long throw in. Grab well by Kapinnie. Handballs to his rover, who's tackled quickly. Kapinnie get out of it well, but pushed it towards the boundary line.
So it's just going on out now, just playing out time. Throw in now, roundabout on the half-forward line on the boundary. Higgins gets a good knock over to Watto. Watto gets a handball across to Partington. Partington stumbles and misses it. Picked up by Tommy Millard, who kicks more Tumby Bay's way than anybody else. And it's out of bounds on the full. Good pressure there by Tumby. I don't know just exactly what's going in there now. Tumby Bay have got the kick over there. Can't really see who's got it for Tumby. It's a nice kick in, whoever kicked it. Punched over, then through for a point by Kapinnie. So the sands of time are running out. Tumby Bay can look forward to a win to this final unless they run another man onto the ground and get caught with 19. I think it'll be Kapinnie's best hope at this stage. I'll keep a good count. Kick out by Slink. Finds no one in particular. I don't know whether it got touched. No, they've called it out of bounds on the full. It'll It'll be Tumby Bay's kick in again. Same chap again who's kicked it in with a beautiful kick right up there for Girardi, who almost marks, doesn't quite. It's been pushed through. Another point to Tumby Bay. Their score moves along to 16 goals, 14 I think it'll be. To Kapinnie's 4 goals, 5. Kapinnie haven't managed to add to their score this quarter yet. Only Slink kicking out again. Tumby Bay have a fight over it. They don't quite work out who's going to have it, but it's Richter now right on the ball. He's turning around to bring it back into attack. Brings it right over in towards the full forward position. That's Girardi flying there, and he's taken a fine mark at the back. Can't take it away from him. It was a good mark. And now he's going to just wander back to take a kick. He's got plenty of time to have his kick. And I don't think he'll miss this one, seeing as how there's no pressure on him whatsoever. So he's coming in. It's only about 20 yards out. Puts it on its way, but he's only scored a point. I don't think it'll worry him a lot, do you, Barry?
Not a lot, Speedy. I think Woodville would have been after him if he'd kicked that goal again. They need a few recruits, but he missed. He would have had a few points up too, Steve Girardi, this game. But his goals are just as important. Excellent mark again as it went into the forward lines. We've had haven't had him to kick to all year, but certainly between him and Roger Daniels there, the focal points of the Tumby Bay B grade goal kicking. Excellently marked by Plavacar, who puts the ball in quickly again, right into the teeth of goals. And a spilt mark, it will be paid. No, over the line, and another point to Tumby Bay. They wouldn't want this game to be close, peppering the goals with points. Quick kick out into the middle is mismarked by Steve Redden. Sean Carpenter goes over the ball in a roly-poly competition. Well played by Kapinnie, eye on the ball, kick along the line, and it'll go out of bounds. Again, Tumby Bay's defence have held well, been a feature of their game over the years, the B grade. Linton, Oswald, Laurie, Dunn and Southern have allowed nothing through. They've run through the ball, they've checked and run into attack many, many times. They back up each other. Ball just being played around on the outer side, going a bit out on the full. Tumby Bay will kick in through the aid of Kerry Franks. He plays on, man on the mark, not willing to check. Kicks a long kick in. Watson went up high, nowhere near. Murphy overran the ball, picks it up well though, turns around, has a look, chips but just misses. A quick look in, Girardi hangs on, handball's over, and a good bit of defence by Hammond to push the ball out for a throw-in in the opposite forward pocket. That was a promising attack by Tumby, but a good bit of interception. Short throw-in, Girardi couldn't quite bring it in. Kapinnie run the ball out. Scrabbly play. Handball out by Watson. Nobody can get any decided advantage. Howley kicks the ball with his left foot towards the boundary line, but it won't make it. Plavacar turns on his left foot and will use the ball, as he always does. Hits Kerry Franks on the chest. He uses the ball again quickly and is marked by Glenn Murphy. Murphy should goal. Generally a reliable kick on the run. Comes in now. Lines up and puts another goal to Tumby Bay. That takes them to 17 goals, 16. To Kapinnie, 4 goals, 5.
Yes, the Kapinnie Fed defence just going through the motions there now. They're still trying, but still well outclassed. I thought that Puck might bring young Damien Slink up and put him on Plavacar early in the game, fairly late now, but he's an A-grade class player, but they seem to have wanted him down at full-back on Watto. So it's back into the centre now, and Justin Nelligan's come onto the ruck as opposed to Story. Story's been winning most of his ruck today. He's done a really good job for Tumby Bay. As for this one here, no, it's Nelligan who gets the tap, goes to no one in particular. Green starts running the ball forward to Kapinnie. Roberts gets over it, worries it forward, gets the kick. It's not a real good kick. He's got Ness out here now. Ness is really trying hard, but there's not a man home for Kapinnie back behind him. Even if he got the ball, there's an around the neck there. I think the ump. Oh my God, Father! Good job. amazing decision. I thought it was rather an ordinary one, didn't you? I don't think if the Tumby Bay boys were 5 points behind, they wouldn't have thought a lot of that decision, but they can afford to be a little lenient now on the umpire, don't you think?
Yes, I think they'll let him get away with that one. Southern Mark will.
Yes, it's Southern again to bring it out of defence for Tumby. He brings it right down here. He's looking for Plover Carr. He's been a focal point. He goes over his head, picked up by Pedler on the crumbs, and now it's Dale Howell who's going to take the mark. It's a good mark. He plays on. He's looking for Roberts, but it's Dunn again. He's had a real field day, that Dunn. And he just kicks it straight down through the centre again. He's done that quite a few times today. That's straight down. Is that young Murphy, is it? There's one down in there, and he's taking his kick, and he gets it straight to Girardi, who couldn't quite mark this one. It's tidied up by young Hammond, who doesn't get a very big kick. It's picked up by... Who was that chap there? I think he just kicked another goal. No, he got a point. Teals it was. So Tumby Bay now going through the motions with Kapinnie looking a very desultory sight. So it's back down there for another kick out to Damien's link. Had quite a few kicks from that venue today. With 16, that'll be 17 points scored by Tumby. Takes a little kick across to Brett Howe. They're just going through the motions now. He goes a handball over to Damien. Damien was good running there, run on down. They're a bit late to think of those sort of things now, but it's been brought up ground where Story says thank you. I'll just go back and have a nice long kick here. In a hell of a hurry too. Kicks it on down, beautiful looking kick. I think Girardi will take that mark, top mark there. But the umpires once again going to give Tumby a nice rough deal and say we'll toss this up. Yes, Tumby sound very impressed with these umpires. It hasn't made any effect on the game whatsoever though, because they're still just doing what they like. Kicked wide up in the air by Tumby then. Now it's come away. St. Teals kicks it over his head, and I think he's got a goal. Yes, over his head. They can't do anything wrong, Tumby Bay. Teals just ran away from the goals, kicked it over his head. Got himself a goal. I think that was his second kick over his head in this then. Was that him that kicked the first time, Barry?
I'm not sure if it was the first time. The second kick was an excellent kick. The coach at Tumby Bay's A grade next year will be well served by looking at some of the younger players playing today. They've played a very good game. They've played it hard. Young Murphy, both the Franks boys. David Teely especially is a coach's nightmare. If you can get him fit, he'd be uncontrollable on a half-forward line in an A grade side. An excellent goal. Both rucks went up high, not really nullified anywhere. Richter patting the ball along the ground, taps it forward well again. Franks intercepts, dodges onto his right boot, turns around, kicks long. Nobody home. The ball will bounce high, bounces over the pack for Plover Carr, who attempts to push it on, doesn't. Murphy again has a look onto his beautiful left foot kick. Nobody able to control the ball, tapped forward into the forward pocket by Kapinnie and out of bounds. It's always the showman, Teals. Can kick goals from anywhere. He just proved that he can kick that one. That was another one to his repertoire. Bit of a hugging and kissing going on in the forward lines where Dion Watson will take a free kick for I don't know what. An interference. Watto could add another one to his tally by putting this one through, and has done so. Tumby Bay run away with the game now. 19 goals, 17, 132 to 4 goal 5, 29. A strong side playing today. Tumby Bay on its day will compete very well. They've fought out the game hard. They haven't rested in this last quarter. They've pushed forward. Keith Story's rucked extremely well. Eyes on the ball, and also will be a player of the future for Tumby Bay.
Yes, so it's in the centre again now with Tumby Bay well in command. Story comes through, takes the knock on. Nelligan does some strong stuff there. He's well tackled by Story, but he gets given the free once again. I think the umpires are trying to get a bit of an evener up here. Kapinnie are getting a good serve of it. It's had no effect on the game though. The kick doesn't go very far. It's almost marked by, I thought it was Richter there that almost marked it, but Franks takes the handball away now, and it's that Carr picks up, Dunn I mean, sorry, and Cromer gets it across to Teals, and Teals is now heading down towards goal, and he's looking for Girardi, who has marked, a beautiful mark, that one. You can't take it away from the man. When he gets a judgment on the ball, his judgment's superb. The delivery was also very superb too. There was a good kick. All started right in the centre with Dunn again. That means that a real good game. He's been a top defender. I think Kapinnie might have been well served in twisting his ankle last weekend at training. Hello. Girardi has missed, so the Tumby Bay bench is all according to them that he should be taken off. If they hadn't started with him, we'd have been even better served. However, it's back now, waiting for the ball to come back. There can't be much more time in this game. I'd say about 3 or 4 minutes. What if Tumby Bay kicked? What they start this quarter off with? Was it 13 or something like that, I think. Slink kicks out for Kapinnie this time, but it's Clark takes a beautiful mark. That man has been really taking some marks. We've done at centre half back and him at centre half forward. I think they've really... Oh, he does a drop kick this time. They're having a good play. Showing the control they got on the game. Teal comes around. It's a nice kick and Chromes gets the mark. What do you think Chromes will do? I reckon he'll have a go at goal from about there at this stage of the game, don't you?
A strong penetrating kick. Unlike the coach says, this will go a long way. It goes a long way into the forward pocket, which finds Girardi. A beautiful pass. He faked the strong kick to the full forward area and slipped the ball off the side of the boot and hit Girardi on the chest. Girardi won't want to miss this one. He has missed another one. It could cost him dearly later in the evening. His high marking has been a feature of today's game. And there's been a focal point, certainly today, for our side. Any side that can boast a forward that can take big marks and kick the ball as accurately as he can have a good advantage on any day. Kicked out, chipped short, picked up well by Kapinnie. They have a chance to go forward. Kick to the dead pocket where it'll dribble out of bounds. Playing defensive, it's about all they can do at the moment. Nothing much for them to look forward to.
There's very little they can do now.
Umpire about to throw it in. Key Story again in ruck with the Nelligan. No, nobody gets it. Goes out of bounds. Not yet. Scrambly play right on the boundary line. Boundary umpire throws it in. Yeah, players would be waiting for the siren to go. Their legs would certainly be tired. Tongues hot. Handballed on to Teely. Can't get the ball away. Does. Dives, weave. Has a kick for goal and pushes the ball across the face of goals for 1 point. His first 15, 20 metres, David Teely's, are the quickest I've seen for a long time in country football. He's very slippery in a pack. Able to judge distances. Only needs 1 or 2 steps to level his body. Kick for goal. Kapinnie come out of attack. Wobbly kick. Southern in lead for the ball. Nearly handballs off. Clinton Dunn gives away the free with a tackle that was supposed to be a shepherd. It was an excellent try. Kapinnie go forward again up the wing. Player clear. One-handed mark. Unable to take it. Conceding ground. Dodges around the player, kicks long, out over the boundary line.
I can't see Kapinnie's pointing going over there. They might as well just try for goal now. They haven't scored into the wind and it doesn't look like they're going to now, but they're certainly not going to over there. There's not much point following the boundary up when you're about 15 goals behind like they are. It's back into the centre now. Chromes misses a mark, but it's quickly picked up by, I think that was... I didn't quite catch the player. It was Partington. There he goes. Gets a point for himself. They've been sharing up the points pretty well, the Tumby Bay boys. They've us rocked up about 21 now, along with 19 goals, which shows how much command they've had of the game. 19 goals, 20 to 4 goals, 5. They've had most of the play. They've looked the better. Kapinnie can't really find a winner in amongst their players. Slink kicks out. Goes a bit longer this time, but it's Carr who just takes the mark again. I should say he'll swing back to the centre here, which he does, and a man calling number 45 there who takes the mark. The siren's gone. I don't think he'll bother to take the kick, do you? No. Yes, he is going to take his kick. So they might even be able to get up to the 20 goal. Who is it? Partington. Puts a big screwy down towards there. The Kapinnie boys aren't bothering to defend it.
Goal.
Yeah, hang on, I don't think they call that a goal. I thought once it landed it was a dead ball.
It has to be touched to be a dead ball.
Oh, I see. Oh, well, Kapinnie just let them have another goal and didn't make it, but it bounced on through, so that leaves the final score at 20 goals something. So congratulations then. I guess you'll be going out to congratulate your players. So that winds it up. The Tumby Bay are the 1987 grand finalists by a very large margin. They were certainly outclassed Kapinnie all day. So that winds it up then, and I'll leave it now. It'll be over for the A grade, and that should be a good game. Yeah, so the Tumby boys now all looking well pleased with themselves. They've had a well-earned win. They were too good. As you can see why they were tough all year. So now it's left for the A grade, Kapinnie A grade, to try and give the Guernsey a bit of colour for this year.